Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR HaLacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you. And it's for Tuesday, 12th day of February, which is the 7th day of Adar, the birth date and yortzeit of Moshe Rabbeinu, Moshe our Rabbi. Okay, more laws for you today, and we were discussing visiting a cemetery. And there are some people who say that it is not appropriate to eat a large seuda, a large meal, before going to a cemetery. Others are lenient, and it seems like a lot of people are lenient on this matter, but you should just know that such a thought is out there. Think about whether it's appropriate for you to be eating a large meal right before going into a cemetery. Snacks are for sure considered allowed, so that would be okay. Sometimes when you're going to a cemetery, it's a long trip for whatever reason to get there. And having a snack on the way, nobody says that there's a problem with that. So that would be considered fine. There are some who say that a pregnant lady should not go to a cemetery. That's mentioned in Halichos Bas Yisrael and some other svarim. Rabelsky allows it because he says technically it's never mentioned in the poskim, pretty much. So it would be okay, according to Rabelsky, for a pregnant lady to make a visit to a cemetery. At a yortzeit, if the pregnant lady is there for the reason of a yortzeit, then all agree that it is appropriate. Just a note, some Hasidim have the custom to go to the mikvah before going to a cemetery. It's not something you have to do, but it's out there as a custom that some Hasidim do. Some say that you should not go to a cemetery alone, so be aware of that if you're ever going to visit a cemetery all alone. There are some people who wash before going to a cemetery, and certainly a lot of people wash after going to a cemetery. The reason being that one reason is that there's a ruach ra, like a bad spirit, that could rest upon you after leaving the cemetery, and we want to wash from that. Best to use a keli, a vessel, when doing that washing. And there are some who say that it's not necessary if you were visiting a renowned tzaddik's burial place. But the general custom is that we wash, period. No matter who you were visiting, that we wash our hands when leaving a cemetery. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.